Right guys, welcome back. Dropped my son off at school, went home, had fish and chips, straight back down here again. Not fishing, still fishing related though. We're going to come down and we're going to get some peeler crabs. When I say I'm going to get, I say that because my mate came down here a couple of days ago and pulled a load out, so they're definitely here and they're about. The water's starting to warm up now, which means the big pill will start any day. So I'm going to go get our hands dirty and smashed up and pinched and whatever else, but hopefully we'll have some decent bait to take home and use either tomorrow on Seaford Beach. I'm going to be fishing Seaford Beach tomorrow, possibly Pevensey Bay again, but most likely Seaford Beach at the bay, just at New Haven Sailing Club most likely, because we're targeting place. Forecast looks good, got lots of fresh worm and stuff at home, so should be an ace day out. Very big tide today, so lots of lovely ground exposed that we normally wouldn't be able to get onto on a normal tide, but big spring tides at the moment. Looking at the water now, I kind of regret not bringing a surface lure and a rod, but I'm down here to focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's peeler crabs. I'm going to try and start collecting some up and getting some ready, and saving some for like August, October time, because they're the best months, best time of the year to go out and get big bass. And with peeler crabs it's very easy to land them. I just can't say no to it. It's just a case of whether or not we can get on good enough mucks to pull some out. But I'll get down there, get in the rock pools, stick my hands in some crevices and see what we can find. Here we are guys, this will be the first place to check, nice and dirty, lots of places and stuff for him to hide.
Are you going crab hunting?
Yeah, for peelers.
Not many up tonight.
There is?
Is there?
Yeah, I know for a fact there is.
Oh.
My mate was down here last night, had 33.
Sorry, wait.
I'm not looking for crabs, not normal crabs.
What are you looking for?
Peelers.
What are they?
So you know like a snake,
Yeah.
when it sheds its skin,
Yeah.
crabs do it as well.
Oh.
But when they do that, they're like really good bait for bass.
Oh yeah, okay.
So,
Okay, yeah. Do you have YouTube?
yeah, yeah.
YouTube.
Shore Fisherman UK.
Oh, is that there? Can you write there?
I put that all there earlier when I was fishing. Pardon? 1,040 now I think. I've only been going 2 months.
Yeah. When you're famous, remember me, okay?
Okay, what's your name?
Cheesy.
You forgot your own name?
Yeah, Cheesy.
Alright, Cheesy. Right, so guys, we're going to look in these really muddy marks down in here, places like this. It's really good ground. There's lots of place for them to hide. And you're looking under rocks, getting your fingers in there. This muddy stuff's great for them. So someone might have already been down here. So I've got a couple of places to check. Just thought I'd come here and have a look first, because it normally ain't too bad. When you lift the rocks up here, you've got to do it so slowly, because the ground just goes super muddy straight away if you don't. Also got to have your eyes open, you're looking for movement. Hopefully I don't fall in. Tell you what guys, I'll move from there. I'm really looking for rock pools that are about a foot and a half deep, because then I can get my hands in. Look down here, fly in the eye. Let's have a look. Down in there will probably be alright, it's a bit deep. This will be an area to concentrate on. And look, we can get anything moved. And again guys, I'm just pulling them out super slow. Otherwise you can see it starts getting muddy really quick. But these areas are great. There's a little anemone there. I believe that's called a strawberry. That's its nickname. Oh, that's pretty solidly stuck there. Right, let's move. It's all about moving guys, you've got to keep moving. Keep moving around. Keep looking. Loads of kids up there throwing plastic and that in the ocean. Let's go give them their fucking plastic back. Yeah, whoever's plastic that is, it ain't cool. You're killing shit in the ocean, mate. That's what that is.
That was a nice one.
Fucking winds me up. Crabs normally start moving out as soon as you start moving the rock. They'll start coming out. As this looks like a good bit. Not nice coming down here, doing a bit of peeling and finding everyone's bloody plastic. The Lynx can's over here somewhere. See this mark at a normal tide would be underwater. Right. Actually, that's normally a good area, but there's not a lot going on.
Yeah, but I'm moving the ball. I'm moving the ball towards me. No, I'm being smart. I don't want to get my shoes wet.
Do you want me to get it for you?
That's alright, mate.
I've got waterproof boots on.
Honestly, I'm moving the
Be
ball.
careful! Oh! You did it! You did it!
That's right, mate. Oh, there's an eel, look. See that? See that little eel, guys? He's gone up in there now. And himself a new home. Would have been a little silver eel, baby conger. I am struggling to find some of the peelers I got the other day were way up there. I wanted to try a little bit closer in first just to see if they are over the whole reef. Sorry about the burp, guys. Like I said, I had fish and chips before I came out. Fish always makes me burp. Oh, there's a nice looking one. And he's not moving much too. Check him. Just need to see in his leg. Nah. And he'll grow that leg back, guys. I should probably say, if you are squeamish, it's probably not worth watching this video. See, Curtis would tell me I'm doing it all wrong. But his method I'm not very fond of, because it involves getting bit. I found a few the other day. Just searching, they get a little bit easier. You go on certain marks and it'll be a little bit easier finding them. You just got to find them. I like the look of this. A little bit of concrete structure there. I hope a big conger don't come freaking flying out. It's got a strawberry anemone in there, some sea snails. I didn't even look at anything that came out underneath. I was more bothered about, is anything going to come out from inside? We'll check the other side of it quick. Nothing in there. Perfect little conger hidey hole though. See, I'm looking for marks with lots of big rocks I can lift up that are potentially underwater. There are other ways. Probably get a lot more peelers up the river than you do on the reef. And have a look under this kelp. See, there's a crablet. Let's get my sleeves up. We'll get him checked out. Oh no, he's a bit. very red. Yeah, he's a peeler. Oh. Not sure now, actually, you know. No. Oddly no, because he kind of looked very red. So this is much deeper water than I'd normally like to be looking in, just because getting your hand down there and grabbing them, I think you've got much more chance of getting pinched. He's too fast. Jesus Christ, that's a fucking big one. Can't believe I just stuck my fucking hand in there. Look at that. If he would have pinched me, it would have bloody hurt. Curtis, mate, your method of finding them absolutely sucks. I just stuck my hand in there, felt something sharp. I'm not sure about the colour. If he's a peeler, it'll be a freaking nice one. Oh, he's a softie. So he's just freshened up. Yeah. So he's just peeled. Felt his shell crack. From what Curtis is saying, they're not very good when they're like that. So we'll leave him. I think I'll carry on checking that way. Seeing if we can pull a few more out, but this guy's going to be no good to us because he's just peeled, so we can go back, and we'll keep checking in this area. Hopefully no more massive ones jump out and try and bite me. So the colour on this dude is a lot different to the others. He's like almost yellow. Oh, we didn't like that. He's had a battle with something at some point and it's taken a claw. There's a peeler. So you see his shell inside. Inside he's got a new leg that's red, waiting to come out. See that, guys? So that's the first peeler of the day. So we're looking for that yellowy. The only way I found to identify them today is by you looking for that yellowy kind of colour. Let's see if I get my little peeler bag open now. So there's peeler number 1 in the bag. I'm gonna have to take my head torch out and put that on now. And that one was under the weeds, guys. The last time I was coming down there, I was grabbing them. and I was finding the ones that were red and they were all peelers, but today it seems, and I have got that wrong. Curtis did say to me he wasn't 100% sure they were peelers, but I checked them anyway and they were. So I think what you're looking for is maybe that yellow, that yellowish colour that we just had, with that peeler just then. And you kind of also, you've got to get your feet wet as well. So I'm wearing my boots today, not my nice trainers, and we're just going to carry on scouring through the sides of these weeds, just to see if there is any. Just lifting them up and over so we can have a little peek, looking in the crevices. I'm very much afraid of getting bit by crabs, but I've got to get over myself at some point, right? So he's really far down, but I'll try and grab him out anyway. Again, he's got that yellowy colour that we said we were going to look for. See that? He's actually just peeled. You can feel it on his head. It's not squidgy, but we'll take him anyway because we're going to freeze them. We can freeze the ones that are like that, and that will keep them in their current state, and he might actually be okay like that. There's a prawn there. Get him right in these weeds, guys. Looking all around. Yeah, I've definitely got quite a big phobia of crabs. As a kid, I was standing on the sand at Worthing Beach one day, and one of those big edible crabs came up, pinched my toe, and ever since then I've just had a fear of getting pinched. Obviously, as a bass fisherman, it's something I need to get over, and yeah, get over myself and just dive in, which I just did, and a massive crab came out, and I'm now super scared again. I don't know how Curtis does it, you know. If I get pinched, I won't be doing it again. I don't mind a little nip. A little nip that doesn't hurt very much will be enough to tell me, look, Brandon, you need to stop being scared, because there's nothing to be scared of. But one of those big geezers comes out and has me, I'm going home. Judging on where we found that one a minute ago, I'm going to look here. Nice little volume of water. And we are getting wet. I do really need some waders. There's one of those big strawberries, look. Oh, and there's a nice little hidey hole there. Is there a crab in there? There probably is, but it'll be too far back for me to get. All I'm doing now, guys, is just running my fingers through the kelp. There's a big old prawn there. Let's see if we can grab him. No, he's way too fast. I do apologise for the camera angles, guys. I probably should have used a Probably should have used a head mount. I didn't think. I'm trying my best to get you guys as good a footage as I can. See, I like the look of down there, in that corner. I'm checking all the corners down there, seeing what we can find. We'll have a look in this one down here quick. Just moving it very slowly. Just skimming through these rock pools. So we found, so far guys, we're on one proper peeler. It's about to pop. Not about to pop, but I'm going to say it. If they haven't popped yet, guys, I'll say about to pop. If they have popped, then we'll call them jellies or hard jellies. Hard jellies means they've popped a little while ago and they've hardened up a bit. Look at this little geezer. That is, I believe, that is a baby edible crab. See, that's the baby version of the big one that bit my toe. Lifting all these rocks, looking under all the rocks. See, I know that they like to remain hidden. They're not just going to be out walking around. I think they do at night time, I'm not sure. See if maybe we get more when we get a bit closer to the tide line. Good thing about me is I'm a strong lad, so I can lift the super heavy stuff and look underneath it. Oh, that might be just out of my power range. All of that for nothing, eh? Is that how this is going to be? Some fish running in and out of these rocks. Not fish you're after though. It's crab. God, it's a proper low tide today, guys. Looking in all the crevices, just like Curtis said. Guys, I'm not an expert, so, but that means that there's most likely a softie around here somewhere. See that? That is the peeler shell of an edible crab. Now, I've never seen an edible crab down here that big before, so that means in here somewhere, very well hidden, there is most likely a softie, and the only thing they leave is the lungs. Right? So if we look in here carefully enough, we might find, and don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure And when an edible crab is used as bait, it's called carp. But I could be wrong. We're going to try and dig him out anyway, wherever he may be. I'm hoping that he's in this rock pool. He hasn't already been eaten by a bass or something. I mean, he's a good sized one. So I wonder if he's buried in this mud. Or most likely under there. It'd be nice to find that peeler, wouldn't it? That'd be a bit of a result. I'm pretty sure that rock there, we're not going to be able to get lifted up. I'll give it a good go, because I reckon that's where he is. Oh, he's in there somewhere. I don't know, guys, I don't think we're going to be able to get under there. I mean, it does lift. So if I can clear, if I can get this one out. There we go. Then I can most likely get this big one out. But it is going to take a lot of strength. I reckon that's where he is. Because he's quite big, he's going to need quite a big hiding place. Oh my goodness, we found him. Guys, look at that for a peeler. Oh my god. That is what you call a softie, guys. Now, that one is the biggest softie I've ever had, as well as him being an edible mud crab. I have no idea what he's going to be like as bait, but look at that, just the size of it compared to my hand. He's a big old guy. And just remember, guys, 5 minutes ago I was saying I'm not very good at finding peelers, but we found his carcass over here, right? And when you find one of these, normally always means there's a peeler, like but you see, as he's come out of that, he's got bigger. That's what they do, they grow. So there's him, look, and there's his old shell that he's got going on there, much smaller. Guys, this is going to come back with me, because I am going to freeze this up and use it as bait. I feel like I'd be a fool to put that back. If I can keep this rock up, there you go, I can show you guys the velvets. They are evil, evil, evil little things. There's one. I'm not even going to touch them with my hands because I know what they're like. But there's quite a few in here. We might find a velvet peeler, and they are amazing bait for bass. There's one there, look. I don't want to go getting bit by this guy. Look at his bloody footsteps. I'm going to get their hands up right behind their head, and they'll attack anything, see? I don't know if you guys saw that. They came straight out on the attack. I don't even really like picking them up. There's a velvet swimming crab, and they are not to be messed with, guys. See how fast that was? And you can get those that freaking big. I'm just going to put that back over. Another one there, look. Bigger one there. A few blennies and that in there, but not what I'm interested in right now. I'm carrying on my search for the peelers. We really want the common shore crab peelers, to be honest. We don't really want the mud crabs, but I'll take one or two just to try them out. I mean, if you found them and they're peeling anyway, it would be silly to put a peeler back, wouldn't it? And the way I see it, a peeler is something bass can take advantage of because of its weakness and the sort of how easy it is for a bass to just munch it up. Obviously, because they're soft, much easier for the bass to eat. Got a nice looking rock here. See all those velvets, and there's something for you guys to see if I can get him. These will be going in the bag. Amazing what you find, guys, when you come out and you really lift up these stones. So there's a blenny. I've got two good sized shrimp in my hands. I'll freeze them and take them home. Another edible crab. If I find a big one of these, I'll take it home and eat it. But they have got to be much bigger. And then also over here, that velvet came out. Look, he wants to attack me just by looking at me. Hopefully you guys can see him, but these guys are not just being blown on is enough to wind him up. I'll show you. If I put my boot in front of him, he'll just attack it and attack it and attack it. Look, that could be your finger if you're not careful. There's going to be more velvets under this one, I guarantee it. There you go, look, there's 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not really expecting any of them to be peelers, to be honest. I'm just expecting them to be horrible little buggers. I don't like these guys at all. I try to stay away from them if I can, so what we might do, I'll try a couple more of these rocks closer. Just going to put those prawns in that bag. Hopefully they can't get out. Got another nice big boulder. This, guys, the size of the boulders I'm lifting, if you guys can see that, these are big old bits of rock, and you've got to be quite a strong lad to get them up. Blenny just gone down there. We'll check the last couple of rocks. Nothing there. Let's have a look under this one. Probably loads of velvets. Can't get that one up. Velvets. We keep getting velvets, guys. Are going to move because they're not what I want. I don't really want to be going near them. We're just going to end up getting pinched. There'll be velvets in there, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to find some more weedier ground. A little bit closer in. There seem to be quite a few of them out here, but it is a shame. It would be nice to keep looking through this ground because like we could find a nice big mud crab, but then at the same time we're kind of struggling to find common shore crabs, which is what we need. It's what we really came here for. I'm gonna have to do a little jump here. There you go, that went too bad. Have a look in there. See if we can find anything buried along the edges. See, that's one of the problems, lettuce finding them. Oh, that was going to move. There's probably some nice stuff under that. Let's get an angle on it we can get to, and we'll pull it out of the way. I actually think it's completely empty under there. Nothing, not really anything at all. It's quite strange for a big old chunk of rock like that. Let's get a little bit closer. There's another one that wants to move. Ooh. Very sharp. I do apologise guys, my bag does keep getting in the way of the camera. That's probably really annoying you. Right, let's get back to the kelp. I'm not having much luck. On these marks. No. Right, we need kelp then. Let's go. What do you guys reckon? Do you reckon I could lift that? Let's see if we can do a little bit of Mr. Strongman. Today, what do you reckon that is? About 150, 200 kilo? It's got to be more than that. I reckon I can get that up. I'll make myself a little bit of room first. That a crab leg? No, it's just a bit of seaweed. Right, 1, 2. Nope. Know your limits, boy. All I'm doing now is just trying to get a bit closer in, back to the kelp. Here we go. This is what we need. But more like this, where it's a little bit underwater. Goes to show you how weak the rock is here, guys. Call that tide's low, isn't it? That's what you call a low tide. Okay, these are the guys we want, but bigger. Little blenny in there. Just looking for the right sort of area to check between. how strong he is. He can go back. He'll grow that leg back. I think we're too deep, too far out for the shore crabs. Seem to be getting more velvets and mud than anything else. So we'll go a little bit further in. We'll try this one out. Liking the look of it, but will it move? Oh. Muscles on me, eh? I'll be regretting that one later on tonight. Especially when there's easier ways to find them, like in these little crevices, in the weeds. Oh, he's just, why is he so fucking red then? Finding more shore crabs now. Which is obviously great. Just like looking in the crevices, seeing what we can find. My problem is I'm not a fan of sticking my hand in crevices. My heart's pumping now just thinking about it. I just did one, but went against every bone in my body doing it. Can't get under that one either. Oh, that made my head go. Struggling to lift anything now. This looks like an alright rock pool. We'll have a look in here, see if there's anything floating around. Boots are obviously proper wet now. There's one there that don't look too bad, and there's also a couple more underneath it. Oh, that was great. He's a softie. Not a softie, but like a crispy. But he'll go in the bag. Still think he's going to be an hot bait if I don't lose him. He really did want to get away, that guy. Doesn't want to go in the bag either. My feet are wet now, so I really don't care. Water's not too cold anyway at the moment. Them concrete boulders just aren't liftable, so I'll stay away from them. Some prawns in there. A little crab just come out there. I think it's worth attempting to lift this. Oh, okay. Not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, I know this crab's under there, but I ain't going to try and lift that. It'd be too heavy. Just end up doing my back in. A little blenny, a few little strawberries. There you go, look. Little strawberry anemone. You hold your thumb there long enough, it'll grip your thumb. It's pretty cool. Just be gentle with them, guys, if you do touch them, and clean your hands after. See, we've got a crab under there. It's just a tiny little guy. There he is, that tiny little thing. Little baby crab. Baby crab. No good to me. We're looking for rocks that are in a little bit of water. Really, like these ones. Those peelers are always in water, almost always anyway, because that kind of supports their body weight. Otherwise they would die. Because they're really weak. We need to really be finding some rock pools, some slightly deeper ones, to be honest. Might get the odd chance of a crab in these ones still. So we'll lift up what we can and look, because that's the only way to find out if they're here or not. This is the sort of thing I'd find velvets under. But we shall have a little look, see if any crabbos. Guys, do remember, if you are enjoying listening to me ramble on about God knows what, Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. You can see all my other stuff. He looks quite interesting. Guys, you comment on this video and tell me what you think of these red ones and what it means, because they're not normally this red, you know. See, he's a peeler, and all the other red ones I found haven't been peelers, so it's quite confusing. And I know obviously it seems bad, but the only way to check them is to pull a bit of leg off and look inside. But that's fishing, guys, you know. You gotta have them to know. You gotta have them to know. I don't even know what I'm saying there. You gotta check them to know. Do you know what I mean? You can't just, if they're not peelers, they're no good. That was so heavy, but I'm pretty sure I saw quite a few crabs under it, so I do want to check which way's best. I think this way. I thought I saw crabs, should I say. I'm going to pull this one back on. Don't want it falling on my leg though. Just make sure my leg's out of the way in time. One there, but it's too fast. And under there. Curtis, I'll take me out of to you, mate. I don't know how you find them in the quantity that you do. Should have a good bit of battery in this head torch. See, Curtis would just stick his hand in there and grab one out. I can't do it though. It's like, just can't do it, too scared. Not afraid to admit it either, to be fair. Don't like being pinched by things. It's as simple as that. Guys, that right there is the reason why you always have a friend with you. I'm lucky that didn't end badly. You should never come down here on your own, because even someone experienced can have accidents, and it can happen to anyone. I wonder if you're getting buried in this sand. I feel like it's definitely worth having a look. I've seen crabs bury themselves many times. Just searching all the sand. Various different places. pretty sure I'll feel one if there is one. I reckon they'll be down a lot deeper than where I can reach, to be honest. God, that's almost like sinking sound there. I'm looking, I'm not finding. See, I'm actually fishing tomorrow with a friend of a friend. Wants to go and fish a place on Seaford Beach. He's got a PB of about £2.4 and wants to beat it. So he offered me, give me an invite. Thought I'd go along. Oh, blimey. I need to stop for a minute, my head's really hurting. That's interesting. Pretty weird place to find a tyre, isn't it? At the same time, that is a pretty awesome piece of rock, and I'm guessing that tyre's been on there for a long time. See that? That tyre's just been running rings around that in the tide. Been there a long time, so I'll put it back. It's been there for a few years at least. Just checking the camera angle for you guys. I don't know where to look point of the day, because I thought I'd have found a few more. I mean, I got a few, just thought there'd be more. Sometimes you find them just in these weeds as well. I'm obviously worried about what other stuff is in there, like wrasse that have teeth. Don't want one thinking my finger's bait or something. See, this looks nice, but it's too deep. I can't see far enough down. You can literally see the exact ground. This would be an amazing place to cast. Right, so what's that? Steps, first pipe, slightly that way, £30 braid, cast it at least, land it in here. Look at this for a gully, eh? It's just massive. I reckon we're just going to be on velvets again. Or nothing. So yeah, there's a little cockle shell. I think they're called king cockles. Oh, crumbly rock. Such a big tide today. I like to have a little look around, a little scour of the marks, because this is the sort of ground you cast onto, and now you can see the kind of ground you cast onto at low tide as well, which is much less broken up. Than it is further in. Right, let's start over here and attack this one first. See, what I'm doing is just the same thing I did when I was a kid, and that's just lifting rocks up and seeing if there's anything underneath them. Something just snapped in here, so maybe there was a lobster hidden in there somewhere. Let's have a look. That'd be a pretty awesome find, wouldn't it? Big old cave in there, could be. I'll say it probably is, but it's so deep. I don't think you'd ever get far enough in there to get one out if there was one in there. It'd be awesome to dive on this ground at low tide, at high tide, sorry. It'd be proper interesting. Guys, I have something, I have something that's called, nicknamed exploding head syndrome, so after a while I won't be able to do this anymore. I'll have to go home because my head's starting to hurt already, and the head pain that comes with that ain't nice, and it's caused by exerting yourself, so lifting heavy stuff or straining too hard. We're just on velvets now again, not what I'm interested in. Someone's old broken crab pot. Probably off a boat. Seriously broken up though. Oh, there's a peeler under a crab pot. Which leg did I take? Where's it gone? See that, guys? The new bit of leg inside, it's just waiting to come out. We'll check the area because there might be more. If I can get the bag open. There is a velvet there, but I'm not expecting that to be a peeler. We'll check under these weeds, just in case. I'm not sure what the hell that is. Certainly something though. I'm not sure what to do about this crab pot. I can't carry it around with me. I'm also not that interested in taking it. Bit of red there, just not enough. He definitely looks like a peeler. I'll get my whole freaking arm under to get him. Oh no, he's gone. Where did he go? Somewhere I'm never going to reach him. Oh yeah, well. Silly sausage came straight out the other side, look. Definitely not going to let him get away this time. I can see the red. I'm not sure if that means something, but can see the red between his legs. Peeler. See that? That new leg come out? Could probably pull that whole leg out if you wanted to. If it's white, the inside of a crab's leg is called insigne. And it needs to be red or green. White is no good. Many peelers now. We're certainly getting somewhere, guys. Getting a little bit of a knack to it now as well. Starting to realise what's what with them, and knowing what to look for. Little one there, but he's too small. Oh, he just pinched me, it didn't actually hurt. But he's quite a small one. Oh, absolutely cutting myself to pieces, guys. If we can get a decent amount of peelers, it'll be well worth it. Tiny one there. There's a female with eggs, look. We won't mess with her, we'll put her over there out of the way. He's too small to take as bait. Another one there. Another female holding eggs. There's a rockling in there. I'm trying to make too much noise here because there are quite a few look like peelers in this bit. I think he's just popped a little while ago. Don't want to make too much of a riot in here. I don't really think it's much. That's definitely going to be a peeler. Going on what we've learnt today. Definitely looks like it. Let's just double check. Yep. There's another one. I'm absolutely soaked doing this, but it's worth it for these excellent bass baits. They kind of give themselves away a little bit if you let them. See, I was just sitting here watching, and I've seen another one here. I'm just going to gently move this rock away from him. Until we find the crab. It was just moving in this area. There's definitely one in here. Definitely expect to find one under here. And one's just run away. I'm going to have to wait for it to clear up. But there's one over there, and there was another one over there, and there's probably a few in these little creases, but I'm not really up for looking in them if I'm honest, because that means I've got to stick my hand in, and yeah, I'm not comfortable with that at all. I'd rather look somewhere else and go sticking my hands. And we've definitely got quite a few, so I'm not complaining. But if you look hard, they almost give themselves away. And we will check the other side of that rock pool, because there did seem to be quite a few in it. God, I did not see that hole. So we're just on the other side of that same rock pool. There's a nice one over there. I'm not sure I can get in that far. It definitely looks to be a peeler. There was a way I could get him out. Maybe chucking a rock just on the other side of him. Maybe coerce him out. Something's clapping in there. Probably a lobster. There's some fish eggs there. Not going to touch them. There's one there, but he's quite small. Not really peeler size. Seeing lots of prawns, guys, which is a good sign. Can feel that that wants to break. Oh no, my shoelace has come undone. It's a good thing I felt that, you know. It could have been really dangerous. Nothing sizable under there. The thing to remember is it needs to be big enough to use as a bait. I don't want to go chucking 4 or 5 on a hook just to make one average sized bait, do you know what I mean? I want to use 1 or 2 at most. Otherwise you're making your fishing much longer than it needs to be. I'm going to call it in a minute, guys, because I'm starting to slip and slide all over the place, and I don't think I want to be having an accident down here at night. Although I'm genuinely pretty alright on these marks, I usually always have someone with me just in case, and today I don't. So even though I'm out of my comfort zone, good to have a friend in case of an emergency. It's also someone to carry you across if the worst should happen. I wonder what that's, just a rock, isn't it? There's a little velvet nasty buggers. See? Very aggressive crab. Right, looks like we're going to have some peeler in here straight away. I see one immediately. I apologise again, guys, for my bag that keeps swinging around. There isn't really anything I can do about it, to be honest. Just going to very gently lift that away just so I can still see them. Again, looks very about to popish from what we've seen on the others. Oh, I can't get the knack of the whole leg thing right. I am trying. No, he's clear. So I'll chuck him over there away so we don't get him mixed up. I can see the red between his legs, between his joints, but he's dropped a leg again as well. I need to get a bit better at this hole. Oh, I think he's going to peel soon. There's a bit of red in there, but he's not a peeler yet, so not really any good. Oh, we got a nice one under here. It'd be great if he's a peeler. Put my fingers on him, on his back. He's got a lot of legs missing. It's very red. His joints are very red. Definitely not a peeler though, guys. He's more green in colour. Oh, he's a softie. He'll go in. Not a softie, he's like a little bit crispy. checked him, haven't we? That's where he's run off to. If I'd given myself more time to plan this, my head torch would be a lot brighter because I charged it up a lot more, but I didn't plan this. This was a very last minute thing. Obviously got home from fishing earlier and blanked, which isn't a problem. You think about the time of year, it's still quite early and the water's still warming up. But it is very nice to start seeing some peelers. I mean, it's a sign that things are happening. It's a sign that the water's getting warmer. Probably try and find 5 more, and then I'll call it a night and I'll go home. I've got a video, I've got 2 or 3 videos to edit. See, we need to go back to the marks that are slightly underwater still. Just keeping an eye on the tide as well, guys, making sure I'm not close to getting cut off. Sometimes you can just spot the crabs as well, so always look around, because when you shine the light on them they move. Two more blennies under there and a little mud crab. There he is, look, that must be their defence mechanism. Roll up like a bull, he won't see me. He can go back, no good to us. That little blenny's over there, little strawberry anemone, however you guys say it. Anemone. We've all seen the film, right? Right, I feel like walking through these is going to be productive, but we've still got to be careful not to get ourselves stuck. That is important. So I'm not going to go down that one because it's quite thin, but the next one looks pretty good. Like I say, when it's dark you can just spot the crabs. Just going to do a little jump down here because that's very dangerous ground there and I'd rather get away from it just to be safe. Just spotting at the moment, seeing if I can find anything. Lots and lots of prawns, wow. Let's get a little video of these guys on my phone for you. I can see about 20 or 30 in this rock pool. Getting good sizes as well. See all those prawns, guys? There's 1, 2. We shimmer the torch around a bit, they move. But yeah, there's lots in there. Loads of prawns. Funny, if you're very quick you can actually grab those with your fingers, but you have got to be super fast. You're better off with a net. I do not want to fall over. That is, I don't advise that anyone come down and do what I'm doing at night. I mean, by all means do it at night, but do it with a friend. Make sure you've got plenty of charge in your phone. And tread careful. I think I might start making my way back in now and looking as we go. There's a tiny little guy in there, no good to us. I hope you guys, I'm probably just going to upload this raw, unedited. I mean, if that's the case, I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to me ramble on. That is a mighty sized prawn. Perfect on a float. I'm starting to slip inside a little bit now because I'm starting to get a little bit tired. Oh, he's quite a bit of a mixture, this one. I'm going to put him back. I don't think he's going to be very good for me. It's a little bit red, but not enough, I don't think. No, he's very white inside. He's that right colour again. That yellowy at the top and a little bit brown. Not a peeler though. Sometimes I look at something and I think, oh, that looks like a crab, but it definitely isn't. And then it ends up being a crab. It's because sometimes they're so good at camouflaging and their colours can be so close to the colour of all this kelp and stuff like that. Sometimes that can be really hard to tell the difference. And this is a lot of effort, guys, for the small amount that I've actually got, but like I say, I'm not an expert. And for me, I'm just learning. I'm going to change the battery over now because I think it's about to die. What have we got on this one? 100%. Well, we can carry on for a bit longer, I suppose. That one was definitely a peeler, but he's so slow. it's going to get away. Just on the basis of how slow he was, guys. But no, just a slow ass crab. There's lots in this area. I mean lots and lots of crabs. Loads of baby ones. Loads of shrimp. There you go. Just told you, you can sometimes just catch them with your hands. Watch him ping off. Off he goes. Oh. Let's check the colour on this guy. Oh, I think this one's just popped recently. Definitely not a peeler. No, I would have liked to have shifted that rock and looked underneath it, but it ain't going to happen. My neck's starting to hurt a little bit from looking down so much, you know. We'll have a little blast under, see if we can find anything around this before we leave it, because there seem to be quite a few crabs here. There probably are some peelers in there, but like I say, guys, I'm not one to be sticking my hands in places really, unless I can see the crab. Then I don't mind too much, but I ain't a fan of sticking my hand in places. I don't know what's going to come out, or big old fear of mine, that is. I keep saying it, but I'm absolutely petrified of getting pinched. He was eating a little seashell, something out of a seashell. I'm not sure what it was. I think I just interrupted his dinner. So when they're light green, they're definitely not peelers. What about this slightly red guy then? What does slightly red mean? Weird, because he's pink. Gonna peel soon, I reckon. That means not peeling yet, but maybe soon. That's a guess. Just because it was a little bit red, but not red enough for a new leg just to be hanging out of him. I'm finding it really easy to look in the crevices now. And this crab's just out. If you look, there's one that I would have thought would have been a peeler, going on what we've learnt today. It's got that yellow E at the top. No, but it was quite red, just not red enough. Now there's an interesting bit of sea life, guys. Look at that anemone. Oh, that felt weird. and grab my finger. I don't think any of them crabs are going to be peelers. Just by looking at the colour and what we've seen today so far. There's a female again with some eggs. A few little crabbies just hanging around here. Maybe there's a peeler underneath. Nope. Well, there's a few crabs under there, but they're all too small, so we're going to leave those alone. And definitely nothing under there. Nice big one there. He'll be worth checking. Oh, he actually looks a bit odd. He's going to be a softie then, isn't he? Am I right in thinking that he's going to be a softie? No, but he's definitely not a peeler. Very, very, very light blue. Very light blue. Oh. Whole family of babies under there. It's a female with black eggs. I've seen that before. One more juicy little peeler and I think we'll go home. But we've got to find one first. Action but no peeler. When I find a blenny, I don't put the rock back, in case I crush it. There's like a little albino blenny. Go on, dude, go the other way. There's water that way, look. There you go. Nope, straight back. Right, we've got quite a long walk back, so let's just walk in this direction. I'll just keep an eye on the pools. At the same time, torch is dying. Oh, that looks awesome. You're just going to spot. One thing I will say is that peelers don't eat until they've grown their shell back. So if you see one and it's eating, it's probably not a peeler. Oh, he's definitely a peeler. As in, his new leg is coming out. No, it's not. It's weird because on the end it looked like it was, and then it wasn't. Let's have a little look under here. Oh, that was horrible. Just had my hand on something, it moved. Not a fan. That's too fast. I don't think peelers are that fast, guys, to be honest. One literally just went under that. He's just dropped his leg. Got a few here to check. Problem is, as soon as you pull one out, they all start running away. It'd be nice if this guy was a peeler because he's a good size. See that, guys? No, it's white. Shame. Gonna make sure I stick him somewhere out of the way so I don't end up picking him up again. The other ones have now gone. See, Curtis would have known which out of them to go for, and out of those three, one of them was probably a peeler. He would have gone for the right one because he knows what he's looking for before he even picks up the crab. I don't. I just got to pick him up and check legs until I learn.